This is a special music for Dr. Jawali Jonathan Wele, a birthday music and a graduation music as well. Congratulations, our professor. You are achieving your doctorate in nursing today. The family say congratulations to you. And not forgetting Brother Tony Wele. About part two, you could be operating. That's Helena Pawu. Why said the Raw Island. Jarata Kone, Raw Island, Yapolu. Mother Dewi So, in Raw Island, Magio, and not forgetting the graduate father, Mr. John Carlo Wele in Liberia. Yapolu, the graduate daughter. Not forgetting Shaman Taylor for Chicken Air. You want to remember her late daughter, Yola Dina Wagner Taylor. That's well. Yasina So in Taxi. Mother Teresa Wagner So in Raw Island. But yeah, I drop on it. Everyone's birthday, everyone knows some. I say, oh, that you. Yes, I say, oh, I didn't go. I say, oh, I do this. Wow. Now, rich honey girl, she is the cousin. And not forgetting Shaki in Denver, Colorado. Nikki Bernard, Raw Island. Man Jojo. I said, my, let me see it. Mr. Francis Yanso, well, I'm over there. I'm more than a professor on West Sukui. And the original soul in Raw Island. I said, my, Uncle Tommy soul in Liberia. But you know, the late Uncle Stanley soul, yes, young, says Angie in Raw Island. And in that year, Minnesota. About your draw, about your drop out, like Donata, where I give up, or I see myself, when your person looking, when your person looking, when your person looking, when your person looking, you just say, oh, that no, I beat Tanya, not one underwear, you say, get it. I'm behind your draw, when I go, Alfonso Soul, I go, like many days of Mr. Alfonso Soul in the US. And that Alfonso Soul, they could be operating. I say you, what's your goal? Congratulations to Dr. Jawali Jonathan Wele. It is your birthday, eh? Not forgetting the cousins of the celebrant. Anita Zian in Minnesota. Direct Talu, Minnesota. Uncle Jerry So, Raw Island. And some important personality here, right? Not forgetting our late father, Johnny Zian So. Rest well, father. My birthday So, rest well. My next So, this young. We are in a double celebration, eh? Congratulations. It is your graduation and your birthday as well. We say happy birthday, congratulations, our medical director. I want to say many thanks to all of the friends who attended the occasion. Dr. Jawali, extend our thanks and appreciation to you all. We call her Dr. Jawali Jonathan Wele.
Good evening to want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Let me see here, something here. Good evening to want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. I'm Alfonso Z, and so today is Wednesday and is your most informative news magazine. All things considered airing right here this evening, and very shortly the analyst is going to be here and we will have a conversation on news making headlines right here in the country and that of Liberia. Of course, just get ready. The Tabata are going to be here. They're going to be here as usual to protect their own. But we will do the best we can to keep everything, give you the opportunity to also have your say into what is happening in Liberia. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy May week. And we say we are glad, we are excited to have you here this evening. So let's jump right into it here. And trust me, we will have this conversation as possibly as we can. Let's take this quick commercial break and I will be right back.
Do you want to share your events with the world? Why not contact us? We are Liberia Public Radio, LPR. We are the specialists in advertisements, commercials, radio and TV services. We have the professionals that can help you sell your products and provide live coverage of all events such as weddings, conventions, graduations, reunions, anniversaries, sports, birthdays, baby showers, religious activities, funerals, and many more. Take your phone right now and call any of the following numbers: 682-433-8802, 267-648-6089, 484-786-3337, or 916-533-2048. Our customer service representatives are waiting to take your calls and give you the needed assistance. It is LPR, the home of excellent media services and your friends in business. Hello listeners, this is Mazola, the lover boy. I'd like to invite you to this exciting program. It is called Dancing for Jesus. It is intended to play beautiful inspirational music to help you turn your life to God. Join me on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is our way of showing appreciation to God for the good things He has done for us and continue to do. Don't miss this opportunity. Join Mazola Gizi on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the program Dancing for Jesus. Please be there because I will be here to rock it up for you.
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
The host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Okay, folks, Samson told Liberia Public Radio. I want to thank all of you. The little boys here to talk Tabata, and they Tabata, not any, that what I go for. I sent the link out already. And they don't come, I give them 10 minutes out of here. And they come to consider and wait for you all day. I tell Mr. So, this coming, I gave Mr. So at least till September. Reshuffle on LPR. Reshuffle. I got the power. I'm the board chair. I got the power in my hand. I'm the board chair. Why can I not do reshuffle? Reshuffle?
Good evening. Welcome to the show. This is All Things Considered. I got the power. That's the liberal progressive of this network who is doing everything possibly he can to polarize this network. He and his folks, they are doing everything to transform this network to be the Boasian type. And we will not sit and allow that to happen. So he's trying to assess his power to use his. That's what they like. They want to use their authority. So he's both here. So he wants to get away to do whatever he can. That is quite interesting. So we want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. I am your host and lead host of this network. I'm Afonso Z and so. And tonight, this is All Things Considered. Very shortly, the analyst is going to be here and we will scramble on news, information, making headlines. We hope to see whether we can go inside Liberia to hear from some of our folks, if time permits. By the way, if this is your first time, Yancy Thomas, our man based in Vanyama City, I just check your message. I just send you a message. Your WhatsApp, check it. I want to make sure I want you to respond, and then hopefully we can just tap into you. If this is your first time on this network, we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. You are under the rule of LPR, and this is the only independent voice of this network. The liberal and his collaborator, rescue nephew, rescue son, to rescue aunts, all of them, they will be here. But we're going to have a conversation. We got to keep the conversation in place. We will make sure, and we will have that. We will not sanction their voices as they try to do to us. We allow them to have the conversation, and we make them so to say. But quickly, analyst is here. We'll bring you in. But we are bereaved too, in the sense. One of my aunts is based in Des Moines, Iowa. That's man Nancy Carr, and one of our strong, one of the elders within our community. That's the mother of the late Dr. Abugakar Shah, who is one of the founding members of the Grand Judicial Association. Passed this Monday. We're actually on the conference, but I needed to be on this program, so I have to come here as well. So our prayers and thought goes up to the family. We'll keep you posted as news become available to lay her to rest. Let me bring in Koto Jalabalayan, is the rescue nurse. We'll get a rescue engineer and we'll get a rescue nurse. So she's a rescue nurse, special envoy accredited in the U.S. in the Garden City. We're going to bring her in as well, and then we're going to bring our folks. I'm just waiting here to get a message. Koto, are you ready? Just give me a thumbs up, and we're going to get it rolling here, and hopefully the other folks can join in here as well. Let's put our banner here. This is All Things Considered. Let me go to New Jersey and bring in Koto Cotto is a strong supporter. Man, Cotto went ballistic on Alexander Cummings and have been receiving volumes of call. So I don't know whether she has reconsidered her decision to return home. You see, this is what they do. They help fund these parties, whatever reasons, and they're ready to walk away. They don't tell her anything and just say, oh, the people around Kumi, oh, the people around Boyka, oh, the people around Joshua. So what did you do in terms of making that people to transform to do what is right? They can't tell us that story. They will never, never tell us. But when they come here, they put on their bulletproof jacket to defend these people here. Let me see what I want to get this guy here. Let me just. Okay, all right, okay. So I got it. He will join us tomorrow. So let me bring in Koto. Koto, good evening. Happy Wednesday.
Good evening, Mr. So. How are you?
Good. Then tonight, there's a complete unilateral ceasefire, but it's not guaranteed. Yeah, tonight, it looks
This is right.
peaceful, or it's still so many years. You can't determine what's going to happen. Anything can happen. So what's it? What? Anything can happen. Okay, good evening. Good to have you here. A lot is ongoing. You know the traditions of Wednesday night. Esther, good evening. Zion, good to have you here. Zoe, Olivia, if this is the first time we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. Doe is in the house as well. Valerie, good to have you. Our man Tamayense is our national correspondent based in Vanyama. How do they call it? Vanyama or Vanyama? Which one?
Vanjama.
Vanyama. I know there's some kind of V there. Okay. All right, good. Cesar is here. Then President Tillman Collins, the godfather of the Grand Jedi Association. So Monsieur Bonsoir, Honorable. Benjamin is here with us. Deborah, good to have you here. Tonight is Wednesday, all things considered. The yo is going on too much now. That is unfolding. So let me just bring you in here. Kato, what is happening? What are you hearing from the news world? What is in your portfolio this evening with respect to what is happening? Let's start. I want us to kind of capital all the here this evening. We'll start from the government. More or less, they are the center of gravity. They are the people that will focus on. They're the one controls. They don't want to get all moving. When they say go left, we go left. They are in charge. They are the policy. They are the decision maker. I hear some of them they're cussing people now, minister, deputy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether God is mad with us or everybody just going mad doing their own thing. It's unbelievable. Let me hear you.
Hi, Mr. So. Hi to the people of Liberia. I'm glad to be here tonight. Let's discuss the Liberian people issue and let them be aware of what is going on. What are the good things, going on in their surrounding. And I think that where I've come from, I noticed that a lot of people, have not realized that things have changed, in their life. If you've been living, a life and it have been like continuous life structure that you have lived with, when that change occur, it takes time because you think you are still in that condition. And many people have to be shown that, oh yes, you think you are in that condition, but your lifestyle has changed, your state have changed, many things have changed in your surroundings. So it is good that at least we bring those things out, to let our people know. Because we all heard about slavery, there are people today that are still living with that mind that they are in a slavery mood. That sometimes I have to tell them, do you know that you're no longer a slave? And you guys just keep talking about slave, black people this, black people that. So I'm like, you complaining about black people this, and there have been a lot of opportunities here that you have, emancipated yourself from that slavery mentality, and you keep, with that mentality. And I think those are some of the things, but I'm glad we are here. We're going to let our people know that they are no longer living those lives that they thought they were in. There are changes, there are uh, reforms that are going on, there are structural changes that are occurring, and they might not know it because even a insignificant one that somebody may say, yes, there will be shown that our insignificant change or a significant change have occurred in my life. So that's all, I want to start up with. I think that the problem we have right now.
So these changes include senior government official cussing people up now. It reminds me of 1985. And that's why the late Samuel Doe and Justin Fiado, Vermont opposition guy, they literally went in the same thing and Doe saying the man, elected man, an ugly man, and this, and then Justin Doe came back to say, hey, this is not a beauty, we're not going for a beauty pageant. Now people start telling people the days, the da. How nasty this politics has become. It is a complete distraction. The day-to-day things that affects ordinary Liberians, the policy is no longer be discussed. And sadly, some of the things that were frowned on yesterday, when other people were doing these things here, we say, this is not good. Now we brought vast experience of people that mature supposedly, now flipping the coins, and nobody is calling them out. What's going on?
Thank you, Mr. So people have way of, expressing themselves, and they say baso need bad medicine sometimes.
Oh, jeez.
And people have way if they are not politicians, they have their own style of approach. Okay, that's their own style of approach. But I wouldn't have done it that way. But hey, people have way of approaching issues, and if they chose that way, that's how it is.
Is
But
that okay, Koto? Is that, you see, is that okay? It's too soon to get me to put me into some sort of a. So let me bring in the Delaware man here. He's here as well. Joe Biden, buddy. At least he's sitting down with a retired president. Moses is here. Ace, our senior analyst of the Liberal Public Radio. Up here. You see, look at it, guy. Look at it. Look at it, man. Look at it, man. Be. Look at my own. You're going to be close to power. Wow.
Good evening. Good evening, says Carter. Good evening, CEO.
good evening, Mr. Nangwe, Mr. Sigbe, rather. I know why I always call you Mr. Nangwe.
What's wrong
Mr.
with you?
Sigbe,
You
sorry.
come from the faculty, you don't know Sigma?
The independence slash reaction sedition.
Yeah, we use that name. My little brother, one of my little brothers' name is Sigbe.
Exactly.
Yes.
We all. Where you Jala from?
We're not in Lofa.
Lofa connection can do yes.
Wait.
No. You're calling all the
You Loma Jala. You not.
You didn't.
No, I am Loma. Actually, my Jara name comes from my daddy, but we are called Zizi. Zizi from Lutisu.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Yeah, I'm from Lutisu.
We're family.
Hello.
But now on a different time.
Hello.
Because see this other man, I know why you got hand on today. You didn't have hand on yesterday.
Moses.
Yeah.
The man going fishing.
We'll go to Foya, then we'll get.
You go fishing everywhere right behind.
Nephew there, me and I'm from Foya. Y'all wait when y'all something to can throw your Vanya mind, whatever the stuff and thing there. Okay, guys, good evening. Good to have you. Keta, good to have you in the house. It's getting quite interesting. As you know, this is all things considered. So, of course, you have the opportunity to press on things that you think matters in our country or that is so dearest to you that we don't have the opportunity to talk about here, always, that's great. So let's get the news headline for each, what you prioritize, what you have observed from Wednesday to this Wednesday, and we can put that into context by having a conversation. I know we're just warming up here, and Koto, you were in the intro here, but let's hear you. What you gather so far from this Wednesday to Wednesday that requires us to have a national conversation?
Thank you.
The
Thank you.
issue I
Oh,
have is what's some oh you
Yeah. No, you go ahead, Koto.
oh.
yeah, is this violent issue, with the problem of attack on the police, is raising some concern because for many of us who know what protection is, we think that the police is there for lives and properties. And if that is not done, I find it, insecure because those are the people that are supposed to be protecting us. But if we are not attacking the people that are supposed to be protecting us, how, are we safe in that manner? And then it's going to be lawless. For me, I would like for us to actually talk on that because I find it, I found that I think we should not be going in that direction.
Okay, I hold your peace. We're going to come to A. Is getting more serious. The night is about to take a different pivotal point at this time. He's one of the ridiculous guy on this network. Fatu, good to have you. Good evening. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Nice to be able to join you guys today.
Okay. Let me bring in the liberal progressive. You claim to be a liberal progressive. Can you elevate your? We want to see you. We want to see your face. Everybody, camera is working here. I'm not here to sort of babysit anybody here this evening. Fix your camera, or I'm going to put you to where you belong. When you get it fixed, then you come back.
I'm a journalist, and I like for the people to see my journalistic way and my journalist suit that I put on. So you're not going to determine how I position myself unless you want to silence me as usual. And you're welcome to that. But this is like real public radio where we allow people to speak their mind and dress. You don't have no saying on how I operate my camera and what I do with my camera. If you want me
Okay.
off of your show, you can kindly say so, and we will kick ourselves out. But I am here the way my camera is. It is what it is. I'm the liberal on this platform, and you're not going to come with your conservative way to try to make me to bend to your conservative view. I'm not going to do that.
Liberal.
Again, will you please adjust your camera? I want to interface you. The audience want to see you. I'm just responding to the reactions of what the viewer are saying. So the choice is yours to be here or to go and do as usual as you can.
I know you want to silence me because you know exactly what I'm here to do. I am here to make sure all of the Tamla party here and party there, I'm here to put them under control tonight. And so perhaps you're here to completely silence me so that I do not have the opportunity to let you know how good this government is operating. And in the next 4 years, this government is going to continue to operate. And there's no political party in Liberia that will come and defeat President Baka. Or you want to silence me? You can do so, Mr. So.
Fatu, here we have it. Okay. I will leave the old lady. The old lady already want to offend, so we'll just leave him at that, let him do it. Okay. So, Kato, thank you for your beat. We want to come to you. We're going to spin through the room, and then we'll start the conversation. Moses, let's hear you. What are you considering this evening?
Well, I'm considering two things. One is precisely what Kato just alluded to. Last night, we had a little, I introduced it, but because we were so focused on the other thing, it took over and it didn't. And it was basically the same thing about the police and community relations. I think it's deteriorating to a point where it's getting out of control, where people are challenging law enforcement, and there's a whole lot of things happening. Just this evening,
Okay.
I just watched a video with the IG giving a press conference about, someone being shot and the person allegedly chopping up people with cutlasses and knife and all that stuff like that. So that's very important. The other thing is that there's something with the legislative. I don't know what happened, but apparently at the budget hearing there was a huge kerfuffle, and police responded, and it wasn't decent. It wasn't
Okay.
a representative of what we think needs to happen in that building.
Okay, we'll come to those details. Just give your captions and we'll come to those details. Let me go to Walton Keto from Connecticut. The converter reactions turned independent.
Constitutional state.
Thank you very much. I would like to say hi to everybody. Fatu, welcome again. Sis Koto, welcome. And the two gentlemen here want to be political analysts, security analysts.
Oh,
Welcome. So what's on my mind here today?
that
And
how you
it's very
stand una tabata?
Hello, hello, hello. You talk your own, let you talk your own.
the president of the Republic of Liberia, as we know him to be a divider in chief, is causing great harm in our society, also of our country, and he should be brought to books for that. Mr. Bouaka destroyed the CPP by dividing the country. I mean, dividing the CPP and destroying them. He also destroyed bringing big division in our country. Our country has never been divided as this at this point in time. And then he came to the diaspora and did the same thing in the diaspora by separating or bringing division between our organization in the diaspora. Yeah, and that's sad. Secondly, we're talking about the security of the police. I mean, you know that Brandpo got a little saying. They say when you bypass your respect, you bother with your disgrace. The police should be responsible. The people give the police the authority to keep their peace, to be loyal about it, and respect the citizens of the country. The police
Okay,
are doing otherwise. And clearly, in the House of Representatives, when you have a regime speaker, a man who does not know what his head from tail is, and say he a regime speaker, that's what you have.
okay.
The commotion.
So much. Thank you so much. We'll find out whether he is a regained speaker. Fatu, if you can turn your camera on, let's go to you. Maybe while she comes back, I can go to the Liberal Progressive. The Liberal Progressive is the breakaway Liberty Party. They dropped out of normally wing of the Liberty Party after the ability now found a home. And so he's seeking a political refuge with the ruling establishment. He had denounced his citizenship. Correct, Keto? He said he's a Lothian now. He's no
Right,
longer a
right.
Nigerian. He moved
Um,
to Ifayana.
a man who is not stable in his own tradition is not stable in anything.
That is sad, though, Keto. Very, very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very sad. You
Yes.
you 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 denounce your heritage, your home, and decided to move. Even though when he goes to Liberia, he doesn't go to Lofa, he go to Grand there and kill all our goats, our chicken. But yet, when he come to America, then he's a Lothian.
Then you
My
want to eat about soya.
understanding, he met the old man the other day, and they had a great time.
That,
Let me
that,
bring in the
that,
Liberal
that Fabio
Progressive.
now?
Something Broku Branto. Something, let's hear you. Good to have you. My deepest sympathy for the loss of your, I would say, your son. Uh,
Thank you.
we
Thank
pray along with you. But in the same token, we're not going to. Okay, now the program is at its equilibrium. This is what I wanted to see. When the real minds who standing up and fighting for their people are here, then of course, let me move this here and welcome co-host of the lead angle on this network,
you.
Dr. John Otavius Mali, one of the independent mind of this network. Guys, please be respectful to Dr. Mali. liberal, especially you, please be very, very much respectful to Dr. Mali if you intend to end this broadcast, this program successfully tonight. It's just a caveat. There are two things. You either do it or the action, the consequences follow. Dr. Mali, good to have you. Good evening. We're not hearing you, the
Of
liberal.
course, you're not gonna yay.
Oh, God, my
I
goodness.
like that. I like that.
You're gonna yay.
Dr. Mali, are you there?
He's not there.
No, he's not there.
You can only
Okay.
see him. You're
Thank
not gonna
God. That's
hear
good.
him.
That's good. Because
Okay.
he
Let me
ready to
go
talk
on,
about.
Mr. Soul.
Okay, no. Fatu gotta go on. So I call you and you okay. First come, first serve. Really, the
It's
political part.
okay. It's fine. He can go ahead. It's solely
No, Fatu, I am in charge. This guy don't play nice with this guy here. So tonight, Fatu, good to have you. Fatu is will be contributing here regularly, and she represents the interests of the ANC diaspora. We're reaching out to CMC. We want all of these parties. Myself in Ketra, myself, Johnny Rain, Dr. Mali, we form our own party, People United Defender Party. Okay, Fatu, good to have you here. Today is Wednesday. Usually
So,
Wednesday we say all things considered. Too much
so
been going
us
on
wait
from Wednesday
here.
to Wednesday. What you want us to talk about? If you want to give a thought while you stop, I can go and come back. But what is in your portfolio you want to bring to the conversation tonight?
well. I mean, as always, the only thing that I'm thinking about right now is the upcoming convention we have on the 24th and 25th of October. And folks can find the information on the website. I think it's on my intro there in the tagline. But I'm actually just here to listen and see folks' perspective on all the different issues and see how I can respond to some of the concerns or questions folks have. And I can obviously touch on those comments based on the party lines. But yeah, I'm just here to kind of listen in and see what's going on.
The ruling establishment start their onslaught now. So they're trying to be descriptive. Who politician, how God made people, how God not made people. I don't know the thing that beauty pageant we're going for, but we'll come to that. The political revenue is here. Terry Collins is here. Dr. Jones here. Very crowded house tonight. Let me go to Liberal. Liberal, share your fun.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. So. This is a big platform. We have the ANC, American Nakami. We know them. You would call them American Nakami to Liberia. But anyhow, that's wonderful, wonderful. My sister Fatu, on a very serious note, welcome. We appreciate you, and we hope that you will be regular on this platform because we believe that your involvement here will put us to another level, and hopefully you will be able to help us contribute whatever ideas you have. This is a platform that allows people to express themselves freely. However, I'm the liberal on this phone, on this platform, and my view can never be uh, overshadowed by some sort of a conservative view on this platform as well. Dr. Mali, the magician, good evening to you. We have not seen you in almost 2 years, and now you show up with a magic wine. That's wonderful to have you here tonight as well. Mr. So, this is what I'm going to tell you tonight. I'm glad that I'm here. First of all, thank you very much for the expressing your sympathy to my son, who also having to be my son, really. But the issue for me tonight is that DWNC, PWC, whatever they call themselves, CDC makeover, whatever they call themselves, they need to realize that we only have one government at a time. This government, the rescue government, in the second, third term, you're gonna not start making all the noise. Nothing you have to offer. We flock you before, and we will repeat that again because you got nothing to offer. Now, granted, this government, I'm not saying that the government is doing everything correct, but we have the platform. If the government is doing something that is wrong, we will say so. But you cannot stand behind whatever it is that the president is doing that perhaps you don't like. You're not going to come and shine yourself on a Sunday afternoon, and you're hoping that now the government and the people of the Republic of Liberia now going to recognize how good you are and what have you. No, where were you 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Where were you? You were here. The same idea, the same people you bring it back again. You can't make it. The rescue train is going. Unless,
Okay.
Mr. So, just 1 minute, please, if you don't mind. Unless our father, the father of the nation, decided to recuse himself from the upcoming election. Other than that, WC, ANC, ANW, PPC, DDC, CDC, you got no chance. I give you that.
Okay, Dr. Mali, let's hear you quickly, then we'll go to Terry, and then we'll start a conversation.
Are you getting me now?
Loud and clear.
All right. First, I want to take this opportunity to welcome fellow panelists, and my most important greetings and sympathy go to Mr. Toe for the passing away of his son. Even though you have not seen me for quite a time, but we've been in sympathy with you.
Thank you.
Coming with the Bible, even though he coming against us with a sword. And as the Lord said, give water to those who deserve water and hold a sword when it becomes necessary. My greetings to Mount Koto and Mr. Keto and Ma Fatu. And most importantly, the men of God. And I'm sure we are all on the way. And I just want to make it clear that people think this platform is divided. No, the platform is not divided. We just have other people belonging to parties, and other people are just independent-minded. But together, we are the same family. And when it becomes positive, we say a positive. When it's negative, we say a negative. But I think we are one family. And this go to say that Mr. Kumi, he's one of us. No matter how we will drill him, he's one of us. CDC, former President Bia, he's one of us. And now our father, as they are forcing us to call him traditionally, he's also one of us. And all the panelists on the platform tonight, they are also one of us. Thank you, host.
Thank you so much.
Back strong.
Okay, let's go to Collins. Terry Collins is in the house. Terry, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. So, and good evening to everybody on the panel, including Mr. So, the examiner, the liberal, Rescue One, and our newcomer, Sis Fatu. And, welcome to the intellectual discourse. I believe you can make it here. This is where you need to be. You will always be given the opportunity to share your opinion on this platform better than any other places. So want to welcome you, and also Sis Pato and my brother who was just born yesterday, Peter, and and the security analyst, Dr. Malik. Thank you, Mr. So.
Okay, let's get right into it. As you all know, we have a crowded fee here tonight, so we want to make sure everybody point goes through by having this conversation. Let's just jump right into a Koto, the violence. What are some of the root causes? What we need to know. If you anybody talking, if I call your attention, just let's pause it so that people will always chip in, so we will speak within reasonable time. No interruption, no intrusion. Liberal, I want to be keeping clock on you. I want to be keeping close eyes on you tonight. I'm saying it loud and clear. Koto, let's hear you. Where is this attack on the police coming from? What is lacking, you think?
Thank you, Mr. So, what I think is leading to the police attack is there is a reform now in the police, and now seeing that they are getting on the right path of how to relate to the citizens, they are then rejecting that discipline because they have not been used to it. And what we need to do is just to educate them that the police is not your enemy. The police is there to protect you and also the next person that you are in confrontation with. And if they don't respect the police, and what should be done is some stringent, measure be taken, on them. But until then, those things cannot be, handled, because what I see is outrageous. You can't just attack or kill a police or even wound a police. We all know what the police is. They are there to protect lives and property. It could be you. Today, if you are in the opponent that somebody came to report and the police is there to protect that person, you could be the next person. Somebody could attack you and the police will be there to protect you. So people are just, need to be just educated on what the police responsibility is. But I see that we came from somewhere that the police were not respected, and they think that is the same case now. So they want to be exhibiting those same old attitude. We used to call police in the corner and just insult them, and that is now the respect
Okay.
is due. So I
Okay.
think that's the problem.
Views I accept here. Let me bring in the guy much closer to the security apparatus. Moses Singbe is here. So I would like to expand on the questions. I got a one-sided version, but I am also interested in is the discipline. There is, you jump into there is a police and community relationship. That mutual collaboration should be there. Police should count on the community should count on the police, not to have a criminal, and also give police tip here. I'm not sure how effective this sort of relationship has been, especially in post-war Liberia. Moses, what is the missing piece here?
The missing piece, I think there's so many missing pieces. One of the things that come to mind first is that we're in the era of a post-war, and post-war in the respect that there were total anarchy and no law and order. So that population has not been eradicated. Instead, that population has not been given the opportunity to start doing things from a civil perspective, as far as de-traumatizing, training, retraining our people. And some of those folks are not and never lived in a civil society. And we saw it here when some of the refugees came in, and we had to, de-traumatize them before they could adjust to civil society as here. We saw that in Minnesota, in Rhode Island, and Philadelphia. So having said that, and one of the things that I think that is fueling this is that when people come on these shows, these talk shows, and it's not just exclusive to Liberian Public Radio, but when they come and accuse the government, the police of working for the government entity other than having the independence, and try to pin the police branch as being directed by the government or the administration to do these things. I think it's a bad thing that we do when we try to educate our people and let the people that know that these people work for the government, and whatever they do is the administration that's instructing them to do it. The other thing is that we need to understand after the war, the first group of people who were taken and given jobs at the police headquarters are those people who were in the front line. What training they've received is questionable, and that police work is ongoing on a daily basis. So if you want to create public safety, you got to first either eradicate the opportunity for people to commit crimes or to do these things that are contrary or anti-public safety. And I think
Okay.
we need to really focus on.
All
So
right.
I think we need to do more training, both on the police side and the community side, and build that community relations, because police work is never completed without the civilians participating, because they are the first approach to police.
Thank you very much. Okay. Let me go to the liberal progressive. We want to hear all sides of the coin and to see how they can dish this out here. And so, liberal, let me just throw this thing out here to you. Depending who you talk to, which group you talk to, they have their own interpretation in terms of what the police is doing, what the community society is doing. Excessive force, the use of force that is not proportional to a specific thing, I also see it as a factor. And we see a lot of videos, things surface here and there. So it's a two-way street. The police get whole part, the civilians as well, the community. The excessive use of force, the approach, the skill, how to maybe deal with these crises. Do you think we have reached that stage, or is the police doing that and everything is being ignored?
Thank you, Mr. So. It's a very good question. What I want to say on this, I'm not too sure why I'm getting echo here. But what I want to say on this here is this.
Don't be nervous. I'm just asking you a
Mr.
question.
So, why do that somebody can be never? You hear for mama, my hear for mama, I'll be never. Why I'll be scared of? Scared of
Oh,
who?
you
Who
coming
I'll be
back?
scared of? Yeah. Who I'll be scared of? Who I'll be scared of? People tell me they don't be never. Because I come in to speak on Siri to. Let me go back into Labron. Let me tell you, the police business and the people in Liberia, Mr. Soul, it's not easy. And let's take it serious. Look, I've always stated this. This issue with law enforcement in Liberia, it doesn't matter what other government that comes to power. You can be the most intelligent, the most good leader you can bring in. The security apparatus in Liberia is where most of the ex-combatants you find them. And as long as we continue to ignore the issue of people being traumatized during the war, it's not going away. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know anything about mind. I'm an engineer. I have no clue on what people's mind does or what it is. But I'm just telling you. Until those of us that are here in America, you go to sleep at night. Sometimes you wake up like a war in Liberia again because our mindset has not been able to get out of it. So, in fact, if you watch the drug dealer, how do you call it, the drug security people, when they go catch people, they tabay them. That war before you tabay somebody. These are the kinds of behavior we have. And to make things worse, and I'm a supporter of this president. There's no question asked. But we'll be factual and we'll be truthful. To make things worse, the security bosses themselves, and I was asking Mr. Moses yesterday, they, I believe, are well trained. But from my perspective, these people have failed to pass that training on to the next level. As a result, they will abuse citizens, and citizens sometimes put on resistance without understanding that they are going against the law. Where is the police, community policing, the preacher? They talk about it on the book, but when it comes to reality, they fail. Doesn't matter what government. And so, Mr. So, I feel bad for Liberia. Like I said, we're not going to stay like this. We will move forward. There will
Okay.
come time for Liberia, and Liberia will be at the top. As long as we continue to talk about these things, hopefully the people will listen and try to adhere to some of the practices of international policing and what have you. I'm not a law enforcement officer. I have no clue. I'm not a lawyer. I just got a big mouth.
Okay, Fatu, I will bring you in this year. This is how they shift the posts, the goalposts, and I remove themselves from the scene. And that's exactly what the Liberal are doing. We should anticipate he doing that, not a surprise. They failed to pass the training to the people, but people are in charge. So my question is, and we have seen that from time to time, but something needs to be done. Uh, in the 80s, 90s, it was then AFL, Samuel Doe AFL. That statement, I'm not sure whether it will ever undo. Lately, Joy we are police. Now is boycott police. But the last two administration, and it's quite true, the incorporations of these people who were actively involved, and these same people, they were deployed at the highest level in security apparatus. We saw the Ofori, uh, Power, the days of we're not saying the general, but whatever now is in the front yard, what his role, nobody calling to attentions. They are all operatives of, whatever government is in place now. Now, when you hear the liberals saying, oh, the people, they failed to pass the training, who should institute that training? ANC, we have not experienced ANC government. So I want you, if you can speak it from the power, from that perspective.
Yeah.
Would they do it differently, or would they bring their own of field marshal tool and say, you know what, CDC had their own, Boyka had their own, but something, maybe they're going to bring General Skin too now. How can we put this to a rest instead of finding these sort of excuses?
Yeah, well, there are a couple of things, and I always think about the concept of not reinventing the wheel. I think everyone here is clear about the impact the war has had on, Liberians, generations, right? Not even just like the initial war, but generations. Us, even me, who left when I was a child, it still impacts me to this day. I do think the current government is responsible. Whoever is in office is responsible to really work into address some of these societal issues. And there are studies on the impact of training, impact of psychological help and support to really help move people along in dealing with trauma, right? So I definitely think there needs to be some trauma informed training for the police if this is like a continuous thing. And that needs to be something that I just standardize. It doesn't have to be where each government come and do something different. It's like we know trauma informed therapy works, and the folks who used to be old rebel leaders. I mean, and right now I'm just speaking like just generally. I'm not speaking from like a policy standpoint from ANC, but I do think there needs to be an assessment on how they're actually being recruited, how they're being trained, and really maybe vetting them a little better. Because I don't know about you, but I don't know if I want to have a former rebel leader, a rebel fighter, coming to my house and responding as a police officer, right? What is the accountability that's going to be done if they did something wrong? And if they're not addressing that trauma they experience themselves as being a part of the war, you know, the actions could be whatever, to be honest, and it could be worse. So I do think the current government needs to come up with a plan, like a really good functional plan on how they actually want to address the issues around the policing and how that needs to be more ethically done. And so that the people really feel secure and trust that they can call the police and be able to be helped and not, victimized. But that's my 2 cents on that.
Okay, so then let's bring in the converted Reaction, his position sort of zigzag here. So, Kato, here we are, and I think she lay out and everybody speak their mind to A. It's a tough one. These people, they see them as their safe haven based on their past history. They think they can count on them. They are redeemers or whatever, and they have been rewarded by placing in strategic position. How dangerous it is. We saw that group of the X in the last time a year ago who were issuing ultimatum that they're going to even arrest a certain lawmaker. On what ground, on what basis, who order they were acting on, no accountabilities. And we having these endless investigations. Sometimes we have things that pop out, and at the end, the public, nothing is done. Let's hear you.
So thank you. I would just like to speak to what you just said about the group that said they wanted Yaga Koluba. They were speaking as former generals. Yaga Koluba being one of the general at the time, and they told him if he had not stopped insulting the president, they were going to call him in and have to deal with him the way they know how, because they were all general. He was not under any government supervision or government instruction. They spoke as just ordinary former rebel people who probably have some passion about the former president.
Yeah, but
But
quickly to that point here, those people, some of them were working in government. They were
yes,
occupying major
so
security. So what were
so
they doing?
even prior to Ellen Johnson becoming president, those people were in the security apparatus of our nation. When Charles Taylor became president, he didn't just throw away or put these people aside. They were within the FBI, they call it MBI, they were with the national security, they were all over the place in security apparatus in our country. But this is an interesting point. Since I started following Liberian politics, I think some institutions are supposed to be away from the presidency. When I mean away from the presidency, and operate independently in the interest of the country. They do not understand the function, even the heads. So, for instance, President Weah comes to office, he appoints Patrice Sulu. Patrice Sulu thinks that he supposed to serve President Weah instead of serving the country. Joseph Boaga comes and appoints Gregory Coleman. Gregory Coleman thinks he's supposed to serve Joseph Boaga and not the Republic of Liberia. And they're where the people start to brand them, because the actions, they go and start attacking people, acting disorderly, not even being professional. And I disagree with the security analyst when he said the people should do better and the security should do better. No, the security should do better. The security is supposed, they are trained, they are being paid by the people, taxpayer, the dollars. They're supposed to know better. Coming to protect the people. You don't go and attack the people. There's a video I share in our group. Listen to the officer yanking a young girl and saying, I wanted to disgrace your A. I'll not call the whole world, but your AS, and you know the rest of the world. And it was on video, and pulling her down when he had more power than her. He could just keep her calm and whatever, take her to detention. But he had to demonstrate what he had to demonstrate. And people stand and look at it and like, what the police is doing? What the police are doing? I went to Liberia. I saw the police car on the bridge insulting people in the keke. I had to get out of my car. And he didn't even know who was I. I told him, I said, look, I've been calling. Why you doing like this? Oh, chief, I'm sorry. I will pay. I said, no, you don't do that. Be professional. Let the line go. After I talked to him, the car started moving because he wanted to collect money from the people, and the car started moving freely. The responsibility is on the security, not because you're a security analyst. You put the responsibility on the security. They should be able to control and contain and respect the people. The people will gain and respect.
Thank you so much, Tara Collins. Let's hear you, and then we'll go to the independent voices. Let's go. Let's hear you, call it.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, Liberia need to outsource the police, some department in the police, because I think what is happening to us is the ineffectiveness of the police or policing that is creating the chaos. And until we can outsource the police force, it will be the work for the police will get buggy continuously, and there will be a lot of corruption that will not be able to be curtailed, and there will be a lot of areas left into the hands of civilians to run. And that is, I think, is what is happening, because civilians feel that they are not getting served by the police because of the shortage of police, whether they know that or not. You know, the police are the logistics, they are unequipped, or they are not equipped enough to be able to handle, to tackle or certain crimes they effectively, faster enough, no logistics, no technicalities when you outsource the police. Even if you have outsourcing like for investigation, I think you will get other people, other companies that will come that will provide the scientific instruments to do forensic investigation and many other investigations that the police will not be able to do because they don't have the equipment based upon the low budget performance in our country. So, in my opinion, once we can do that, I think we can lift things up from a different perspective because we need a new face given to the police for the police itself to gain respect. As it stands, this police cannot make it. You don't have any reform program. Even like somebody was talking the other day on the radio, look at the police academy. Look at how long that police academy been over there. Why you can't relocate the police academy or build another modernized police academy for training purposes and other things? Most of the police officers don't even have weapons.
So quickly here, and people listening, people get a way of defining word differently. Outsource, that's a big thing. So what specifically you making the reference to? You want foreign people to manage our police, or logistically, is that why you're trying for people to handle some specific task in the police? When you say outsource, what specifically are you referring? You want the Liberian police to outsource where?
The police itself cannot be outsourced in totality, but in my opinion, there are, when I mean outsourced, I mean different private companies coming to take in some portion of the police and undertake,
All right.
it,
Okay.
and all of that. That's what I mean.
Okay, like Interpol work. Okay, I just want. Okay, Dr. Mali, you listened from Moses, Keto, the liberal progressive, the political pastor, Ihor Fatu. Let's close the deal on this.
We're going to come back to something else.
Well, I think I strongly believe that we are a sovereign state, and the police is one of the legitimate and constitutional arm of the society, government slash. And if we want to really be fair and sincere with the discussion, I think the issue of culture of impunity has permeated our society. That's the first thing. And until we can go to the root causes of why the police are behaving the way they are behaving, we will not find answer to this problem. But one good guess I think I can make here is that apart from the training we keep talking about, the police should also embrace common sense in policing. Why should a normal police officer go and stand before a truck and telling the driver, come now, or come now? I mean, that's strange. You should know the truck can kill you. You should know that. So common sense in policing is necessary. And secondly, Joseph Boakai, he's not His Excellency President Boakai, former President Weah, President Salif, and even Charles said, these are not police people. They never went to police school. That's why they bring sophisticated people in to help with the autonomous era, to put it in line for the safety of the society. So my question now is, has the police director, Gregory, come out one day and say, look, I noticed there's cultural impunity in this society. I also want to believe that out of every 10 police officers, maybe 9 are rebel. And therefore, we're going to carry on a reshuffle to separate the goat from the sheep. Then we'll take the sheep into our training camp. Then we'll find another remedy for the other group, you see. But we'll consider the police to be like a normal institution. Our police system, for that matter, the security apparatus, it's not a normal entity right now. It's infiltrated by some of our brothers who fought the war, you see. And most of the attitude you see on the street These are some of the reflections that took place in the war. Like what Mr. Keta was just referring to. I watched that video. All right. So this lady is resisting the police. What you do, you let her go, call for backup, and try to handle the situation. Bring in some of the women officers and talk to this lady. Everyone is traumatized in our country. People are angry everywhere in our country there. Even in the market, people, you go there, you ask them question for goods, they are angry. Even the Lebanese are joining the whole angry group. Now everybody just angry. So the question now is, our leaders will need to redirect and refocus the resources on training and training and training. But before the training, we need to get the ex-rebel out of the security apparatus. So I agree,
Okay.
they are there and they're bringing some of those same war attitude into civilian life, and no amount of training going to take that away.
Okay, thank you so much. Travelers, here is the good news. Let's take a break and I will be right back.
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
Don't just dream, but escape. Thank you so much. What a fascinating one. Let's jump to the next talking point.
Before we go to the talking point, CEO, can I respond to some of the comments, please?
Which comment, like what?
About the police. About the police.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a minute to just bucket it up, please, because we have to go to the next one. But go ahead
I
quickly.
think this topic is very important, Mr. So, and I think if we don't pay attention to what we're doing, people will leave out of here. Our listener will miss information. Number one is that the police is an institution. Police officers are trained not to work with the community. It's an institution that is law enforcement. Any police officer trained in the United States can go to Liberia and execute the same training in Liberia. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, if you notice in your communities, the audience here, everybody else in the United States, there's a trend that has started to be looked at since about 25, 30 years ago in policing. Most of the police department now, local police department, are under the public safety commissions now. They have no direct relationship with the Ministry of Justice or with the Attorney General office. And it comes to being, it comes to the punitive issue. Police are human beings. They make mistakes and they'll cause trouble. And so how do we prosecute these police officers that are doing the wrong thing? And so what they did years ago, about 3 decades ago, they decided to put them under public safety. The public safety includes police, fire, and paramedics. And their focus on public safety. What we have in Liberia, like everybody have alluded to, we have ex-combatants who were put into those positions initially. And I can tell you, no administration got supported enough, like the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, to look at law and order. There was more money put in Liberia for law and order looking at post-war than any other administration, including the We administration under Ellen. Millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. And they brought people from places that Bangladesh and those places to come and train our police officers. Okay? So that's one of the things I wanted to make clear of. Now, the institution, you see, if we cut this thing short, then we're not ending the problem. We're not looking for solution. We're not making suggestions. We're not making suggestions. To create public safety, you have to eradicate the chances You have to eradicate the chances that would make the community unsafe. How do you do that? If you're going to train, continue to train. As you sit here, there are criminals out your door learning how to commit crimes. Police has to be ahead of them. And that's what we don't have in our place. We need administrators. If you check some of the police stations also, the police department, trained police officers that are in the street are not the head of police department. They bring in administrators to provide logistics. Our police officers get paid $125. They take $15 out of there to for so-called retirement, and that police officer has to pay his way to go to work every day. They have no uniforms.
Okay, we will find time to have in depth, but I since everybody
contributing to the part of law enforcement, of law and order. We need to dignify our police, and we need to put the right people in there to do that.
Is the police being dignified now?
But when I say something about community need to be trained, they need to know their civic responsibility. I'm not saying they need to be trained on how to deal with police, and that's what I meant earlier. So,
okay.
So this is very serious to me, because you know, CEO, how much time I put in this, and you have a document from me.
Have you shared those same document with the sitting administration?
I've shared the document with few interviews. You can't put your thing. Listen, the people will take your thing and run with it and don't know how to execute. I found that out about Liberian people. So you don't want to put it in every hands that you see, because they will take it and run with it, and because they don't know the research you've done to your paper and the connections you have to implement those things, they will take it and run with it, and it becomes a failure. And try to make it their own. That's why
you're a rescue police analyst now. Send it to the rescue team.
Let's get politics out of this.
Okay,
it's just a troll funny.
All right, let me progress. That's an interesting one too. We will find time maybe and take on
it. I think it's very serious. That's why
it is serious. It is.
I get so passionate about it, because it's important that we secure our people. And without security and law and order, economic.
I gotta go further. Okay, thank you so much. Liberal, I'm not hearing you. We're not doing sign language here, please.
Liberal sleeping.
You sleeping?
Captain, y'all need a liberal alone.
What's up, Captain? We'll deal with you tomorrow. The rescue team will put you in your place tomorrow.
Okay, so Liberal, I believe you have your talking point. Let's get into it. We want to squeeze in time for everybody to, Friday, a little evening, Wednesday stuff here. Get us to baseline what you were focusing on, please.
President Waka, the best president of the world.
All right. Since you want to,
I have a
no, we're not having talent show. No, we're not having talent show here. You want to dance?
All right, okay. All right. Let me just say this. No, on a very serious note, what is amazing for me, and we don't need to discuss it. We can just move on to something else. But I just want to say this here. This 2029 political season is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Those of us that consider ourselves political guru, we're going to see all the people speaking series, and we will be at the gate asking for long form birth certificate in order for you to fully participate in whatever it is. Let me go. While speaking series, I will be at Ralphie Airport. You can't. I say, where you born at? You say, I'm from Nima County. I say, show me birth certificate. You don't come here. Here's the Siri. No, that Siri come run like, bro. I beg you, man. They're not happening. Your CD, I just want you. You're not come with all your Siri there and your things there. You're coming with anything. Mr. Soul, it's going to be very interesting.
Wow.
Another device, very divisive and condescending old man on this network. Fatu, you want to come?
Old man,
Yeah, can I just make a comment and observation really? And I'm sure most people here probably feel the same way. And so I totally agree with what you're saying, how like sad it is. It's really sad that we can accept ourselves. A lot of countries, who have, citizens who live in different countries, encourage their citizens to come back home and help invest in the country and help rebuild the country and bring their resources and insight and know-how into the country to help make it better. India does this, Japan do it, China has done it, Argentina, Chile, Mexico, all these, Canada even does this. And it's just unfortunate that we have had this massive brain drainage over the years in Liberia because people have left due to war and due to Ebola and all the different things. And instead of us talking of how to actually bring ourselves together to really help better Liberia, we all belong to Liberia, regardless of where you're from, right? If you grew up out of the country or not, we are continuously keep talking down about each other, and it's really, really sad. It's really sad. But that's my comment about it. It's just unfortunate that this is the mindset that we have to really keep addressing and destigmatizing every time.
Wow.
So, Mr. So,
Hold on.
I have to respond.
I said, hold on.
Okay.
Will you hold on, please?
Okay. All right.
We stand together. This is not how you call total church we in here. Keta, it's a painful one, right?
Look, this the thing. Fatu, I'm very sorry that you have to come and experience such a ridiculous.
From you, Keta?
Oh my! The security analyst relax. We
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in their place. Don't worry, Moses. I'm gonna put them in their place.
And on behalf of the CEO and this platform, we are sorry because I mean I know it was shocking to hear it coming from the liberal wannabe progressive celebrity / political guru. This is sad. This is the reason why we keep saying on this platform, when these people got nothing to show, they come out talking Tabata. I think you know that you've been hearing the word Tabata in political discourse, right? Tabata. And that's exactly what Liberal is doing here. Liberal brought a calamity upon the Liberian people. A calamity upon the Liberian people, bringing a man who has no ounce of governance, no ounce of leadership. He propagated, he promoted, he deceived the people of Liberia in accepting a leader who is inept by excellence.
Mr. So, are you going to allow this man to talk to the father of the nation in this way on this platform? Mr. So,
right now. Look,
I gotta respond.
Hold on. This is unacceptable. We're having a conversation. You will have your day in court.
Let me go on. He brought a man who is inept by excellence, right? And pushed this man on the Liberian people. Today, the only thing we can see is minister of insulting, minister of complete. Look, the country has.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Fatu. Sorry for
Hold on. Come on. We having a conversation. Why are you bringing all in? So, Dr. Mali.
Mr. So why would you do that? Why would you do these? The people, I made a statement in the keep back, especially Walter Carter.
I am in charge.
I know you are, but this is
your peace.
You are not abusing your authority. Let me say this here very quick.
Hold on. You gotta hold your peace. Get a glass of water, drink your juice. The cup is right by you there.
You have Sister Esther here, also on your side. Mr. So I gotta respond.
Hold on. Come on. Hey, bro. They get a parable and say, "Oh man, can't see the ugliness of the bamboo. When the bamboo comes down, they don't right here. But the other man here, we just catching here now. There's some kind of cow. Dr. Mali.
Babu want Divacola now.
Yeah, Dr. Mali.
CEO, I just want to say that practice make perfect.
Oh,
What
Jesus
is
Christ.
practice at home can sometimes escalate on the street. And sometimes the smartest Liberian can use it to determine who you are and where you come from. And so I hope we pick you, Ma Fatu, as one of the panelists said, Johnny just come. I think there are no stranger in the house of God. Ma Fatu is part of us, and she's considered as such. So I strongly believe that going forward, even our political leaders, we should do due diligence to the little they did. And also talk about our expectation of them. And back to Fatu's question, I want to believe our unity have been poisoned by most of the children of Liberia. But it is not too late. The rescue cannot focus on something big. The rescue can even focus on our relationship with each other. I think it's about time that we rescue each other bad habits. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. So. Thank
Terry,
you very much.
hold on, let me just read the message Terry sent me. Say, Mr. So, on behalf of Liberal, we must move ahead and
Terry will not send that kind of stuff to you, Mr. So. There's no way. Let me say this here. Let me say this here. Says Fatu, the issue that I raised, it is not the point of the government. If you are quite aware, quite recently, this government, the people's government, came to the United States, and in fact, they do have an office, one of its kind, in Liberia, where they are allowing young Liberians, where they are allowing people of Liberian descent to go back home. It was just a joke. Let me just say this very quickly. But I'm not here to eat crow on it. We will inspect and we will make sure that people will come to Liberia will be of that political. Those who want to come and rebuild. Like the president said, all hands on deck. He didn't say people who speak Syria or don't speak. He didn't say that. I put that in there as a joke. But let me say this here to Mr. So and then Walter Carter. Walter Carter, first of all, you have to realize when we ran the campaign for this president,
oh my God,
we have no other choice but to defeat your guru. He was inept. They were the thief. They steal and they continue to steal. We have no other choice. Now, let me also say this to the good Dr. Mali. Don't you know where I'm coming from? I'm from Foya. So you can't tell me you got to come and try to redeem. There's nothing here to redeem.
Thank you so much.
This is a political guru, and I'm speaking as a liberal.
Thank you so much.
Sis Fatu, welcome to our world. This is how we do it here on this platform. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much. It is so sad. You are just a misrepresentation of who a liberal is, and I hope your audience, people, George, the so-called rescue uncle, they will see you are a complete misrepresentation of who a liberal is. So I don't know which part of the liberal, whether that the gula
what
of the
state, what state I am in, what state right now? What
I don't
state?
know.
What state? I'm in California. What state is that?
I don't know.
Liberal capital of the world.
Mr. Collins, Terry, let me just bring you in here.
You've been jumping over me.
He will not call you because they're in trouble tonight. He will not call you.
Why are you causing trouble here tonight? I'm gonna be coming to you. I'm doing my We are in charge. When you guys in charge, you run your show. We are in charge. Okay, right, Kato?
We in
Yeah.
charge.
The same,
We'll
the
deal with
same
you
monkey, the
tomorrow.
same what I am monkey, you can have babu.
All right.
You pay there tomorrow, by way, I know. Tell you,
I, I want to I want to change location. So let me just speak. Then I change my location.
Oh,
it's
She will run away.
the rescue say one farm way to they say one farm way to infiltrate.
She will, she will run
Okay,
away.
all right. Let's hear.
Oh, no, no.
Terry, just hold on for your rescue entry, okay?
Mhm.
Let's
Yeah,
hear you.
thank you, Ben. There are just some issues that we need to take politics out of, and this is one of the sensitive issues that we need to take politics out of. You will see, people from the other side coming to say, "Oh, this person is in that." Where did this training comes from? If we want to be holy and prudent, but that's not the issue. We have an issue, and what we should be doing is to find a solution. If you say the police should be here responsible, then what are you telling the people to know how to relate to the police? You cannot restrict it to only the police. The police are being attacked. Even in the great United States, we're in here where people are being trained and paid well. Citizens attack them for no reasons. So we just need that education to tell our people. Like even tonight, there was a girl that was talking today about the seditions. Which as soon as she got through her podcast, she was attacked tonight. Okay, and we should stop these things. That's insecurity. You can't do that because they talk against your political party, or they talk to. If you are a politician, you see me. I don't have tinted skin. When you say politics, we been in it from time to time. You tell me, I tell you, we move and we move on. But going because people have their opinion, or people, against your candidate, you go and attack them. And this is the malice that is going so much because the people are so hateful to the point that they are expressing it, even when they are being protected by the very people that they are attacking. So we have to, take this other politics because we all go back home and we want to live in a peaceful manner. If people attacking the police, what you expect the police to do? Police start retaliating. The next thing they will say, "Oh, the police is not trained. The police is not that." So it's on both sides. Yes, it is true. There are some people within the police that are misbehaving. They are not well trained to behave the right way. Of course, we speak it that way so that those that are not trained to that manner, they weed them out. That's why we
Okay.
should be taking that politics out of there. That's just all I wanted to add to this topic. Thank you,
Thank you
Mr.
so
Stone, and
much.
thanks.
I'm having a background noise. Somebody, just in case it's somewhere to hearing some stuff
I
here.
cut
Okay,
yours
Terry,
away.
let me just bring you in.
Yeah, Mr. So, Keto then say our government is in help and all the kind of thing. But do you hear your man when you're talking? Do you used to listen to him when you're talking? But all the kind of thing, we have rescued Liberia from so many things. Today, I just listened to the news. There's a police officer that killed a young man in Liberia, and this young man attacked the police. Three different officers. He tapped some of them, he juked some of them with knife,
Yep.
and he was shot by one of the officers. So you're gonna hear that on the news tomorrow. But that is what police can do in America. The only thing I am frustrated about is for people to see what police do here, and then when police do it in Liberia, then the political pundits here say the police is not acting right. But meanwhile, when police catch them on the highway, when they're breaking the rule, they sit down in the car, get a statue. That tells you that we don't love Liberia. I also tell people, I say, you're telling the government should provide jobs and opportunity for people. The government should get rid of foreigners and things like that. But the amount of money you as a Liberian sit in America and spend annually, can pay school fees for people in Liberia, can pay salaries for people in Liberia. But we sit in America and castigate the government, and then we say that the government don't do that, the government don't do that. Foreigner too many in the country, foreigner this, foreigner that. But what are you doing to mitigate the problem? But we blame the government. So my thing here is this: in as much as the government got lapses, we also in the diaspora also have lapses because we denigrate our country. We don't believe in a system only when we carry a political leader and we want that political leader to become president because we have political interests. Then we want to go to Liberia. But to really sit down and look at Liberia and castigate the government every time I hear Keto talking about Marcos Day, you hear something from everywhere you take it, you talk it. What kind of what the information ministry doing Marcos to tell somebody say they are political dwarf? Is that Marcos? My brother, is that Marcos? So people have the right to express themselves. It depends on how the man chooses to express it. And what we must understand is that the information ministry is a propaganda arm of the government. Your man Eugene Fagon was there. What he used to do? And he used to say all kinds of stuff until the people something. So what we need to do is that I agree. We the rescue people who criticize our government a lot. But I think we who are in the diaspora, we are contributing to the failure of Liberia. Because when you calculate the amount of money we spend here, it's far, far beyond the amount of money we send to Liberia. And if we are not helping to fix the problem in Liberia, then we are contributing to the problem in Liberia. That is just my opinion. I know I could be beating for it a lot, but that's my opinion.
We know that.
Thank you.
Okay, and you're gonna get beaten.
Yeah.
Because the Ministry of Information, you see, this is where you lead us into trouble. You people as a surrogate or the mouthpiece of these people here. Liberal, can you put this guy? I'll be forced to come to you. I really didn't want to deal with you, but let me see the honesty and the authenticity as a Liberian. Do you agree with your colleague, your ally on this network? The Ministry of Information is a propaganda arm for government?
Mr. So Terry Collins, Rescue 2, is one of the most eloquent person on
You're
this
not answering. I ask you a question.
and I'm answering it. And therefore, when he speaks, you see, this is the difference between us and you guys. We are in the perfect position to truly express ourselves about this government. He's only simply trying to respond to the ridiculous statement from Walter Carter of Yashin. And he's simply telling him, this is why we flock you guys.
Simple as that.
Because you are unable to be truthful. Where can you go and find a clip that the Ministry of Information is doing Marcos? Where? You can't find it. It's not there. Because somebody's saying, let's make it true. And simply, my colleagues, Rescue 2 is simply trying to educate this young man. So yes, I am completely on board with him. I thought he should have gone farther than that, but he's very civilized.
So you on board with him that the Ministry of Information is a propaganda tool of the government. Is that what you're saying, Liberal?
Mr. So, I wasn't struggling, and you know me. With those of us from FOIA, we don't talk two times. We say one, you hear your business.
Mr. So, can I just take 30 seconds to just respond to both the Liberal and Terry?
We're not going to. Why would you get your time now? You can't do that.
People in the garage.
It is not about back and forward. It is not a back and forward situation.
It's not back and forward.
Let's move on.
You are not the CEO. So this the thing here. I said People in the ministry of government are insulting, using invective. Let's look at Anthony Kesselly post. Anthony Kesselly insulted somebody, man, and a pa. He didn't use slow words. He used man cause, man this and pa this. Go back to Jeremiah Pierre statement. He didn't even cause former government official. He causing pastors now. People who say this government is not doing good, and it's people who work with the government should do better. He start cussing them, and then you tell me they're not saying curse word. Sometimes I don't understand whether because your loyalty for these people blind your faith, your overall faith in God, that you come on this show and spill out falsehood. It will not help. These people, everybody here, Jeremiah Pierre is very rude, and I speak it as it is. He's rude. Daniel Sano is also a rude individual. All right? And they should be able to propagate government information to the Liberian people. That's what we pay them for, not to insult people who have or dissenting opinion on the well-being of the country. No. You think Alexander Cummings should not be able to speak about what is unfolding in Liberia? Today, one of the person who support this government, one of the person who support this government today, who was part of CDC, but later on, because of family connection, supported Joseph Boakai. Lester Tenney, he's my childhood friend. We grew up together. Let Dr. Tenney spoke. Let's see if they're going to go insult Dr. Tenney.
Okay, thank you so much,
Mr. So,
hold on, I will come. I have to come
very quickly, please. 1 minute.
What?
Walter Carter, the liberal is not one of those, and even the Terry, we're not one of those that go. We're not the people that go around here try to back wrong. You know how far I go against these people when they act wrong. I'm not saying that the comment he made about Honorable Cummings is correct. I'm not saying that.
So what's about Anthony Kesselly?
What we're telling you, there is no such thing.
What's about Anthony Kesselly? You have not seen that?
Bring Anthony Kesselly.
I'm not going to have that dialogue.
You said Minister of Information, and we're just trying to educate you on that.
Yeah, okay. This is the problem that we have, because each and everyone tries to protect his or her own alligator. And we will keep saying this here. That's not the job of the Ministry of Information. I never saw Moses Washington, C. Alexon Kape, Emmanuel Buya.
Have you seen the White House press conference lately? Have you seen that? You even see Penn Bunny yesterday at the U.S. Capitol? Mr. So things have changed. Times have changed. We are moving on.
You see? He's trying to tell you, he's justifying why people should be cussing the government. That's what he's saying.
Okay. Well, yeah, what we're going to do here, we'll always expose these people, who they are and what really they represent. Dr. Jones, before I go to Fatu. Now, if you have what we're seeing happening, I'm going to be, Delaware, I will be coming to you. All of you are the same people here. I don't even trust you.
Not the same people. You keep saying that, Mr. So. You're not the same people.
Okay. If you're not part of them now, then I just get to know.
No, we're not the same people.
Okay.
I speak
okay.
everybody else.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, we need to take politics
on a serious note.
On a serious note, we need to take politics out of these conversations.
So who put in politics? There are people, these people put in politics in.
Oh man,
we're asking general question because. Okay, Moshe, let me make my statement, please.
Political party names in there. We don't need that.
Of course, we have to put political. No. Listen, let's get it right. If these people, they are political appointees, if they are behaving irresponsible, if they don't know that they represent the voice of Liberia, that they even represent the president, not just only speaking to Liberia, but to the diplomatic corps, and they're making this sort of careless statement knowingly, and they think they don't know what they are saying, and they want to satisfy their masters, then that's a trouble. Then it is a concern. We have to talk it out. Then we have to talk about it, because other people were reprimanded yesterday when they said these ridiculous things, and you as a minister or deputy minister or official of government, you know how many other media institutions that wired in news from Liberia to other countries? So they need to be responsible. They need to be tolerant. So address these sort of issues. They shouldn't put on their political garment. The election is over. Dr. Mali.
Well, in a much that I have systemic differences with the ANC political leader, equally so, that does not give me the right to demean his reputation and harm his character and try to belittle him. The terminology, intellectual and political dwarf, it was an insult, complete insult to Mr. Cummings. But again, I don't want to blame the Deputy Minister, Sandra Johnson. He is not a media material. He comes from the criminal justice background. And this is not the first time. They may even insulted His Excellency former President Weah when he said former President Weah had mosquito brain. The information ministry was not established to throw profanity and undermine people's character. It is not a propaganda wing. We need to go and define the information ministry. The information ministry is situated to promulgate the good news of the government, not to antagonize people, and because you want to please the status quo. That was completely wrong. I disagree with that. That was completely wrong. And secondly, if the information gurus will start to give out those kind of a negative impression, then that means there's some shortage somewhere. Maybe their inability to really promote His Excellency President Boakai good deliverables is lacking somewhere. There's a reason why when people who don't come from the media background, you put them into a strategic place to carry on government development and other things, create awareness, they start to do other things. Okay, but that was completely wrong. And lastly, the issue of diaspora coming to substitute government payroll. I don't think it's the work of the diaspora to be substitute a government payroll in Liberia. We came here to work and take care of our family, send them to hospital, pay school fees. We are also helping the system, you see. And lastly, the foreigners, they are taking over our country. I come from Ghana. I see how the people are patriotic, protecting their country, you see. So it's about time. I may sound condescending, but I think it's about time that we introduce the Liberia ICE approach and show me your paper thing in our country. The people are taking our country, or they're taking our country gradually. Even in Grand Gire, Labor is sitting there. The host is sitting there. The Burkinabe are very determined. The people are determined to take Grand Gire from Grandians. And the Grandians are sitting there taking it for a joke. It's a fact. All right? It's about time that we introduce, they show me your paper thing in Liberia. It's about time that we promote patriotism in our country there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. No, we are running out. So, Fatu.
Oh.
You know, why?
Oh, okay.
What?
So, when it comes to government, whether we agree or not, a sitting government is a sitting government. And we all want to see the best out of our government. But there's sort of blame game, shifting thing here and there. Oh, the other person said yesterday, and the person's that sort of evolving cycle, visual cycle. We did it the last time, so anybody can do it. I don't know where we're going to be, then where we're going to go. I don't know whether there's other ways or other means. People need to be held accountable. for saying some things that they shouldn't be saying. Whether you agree is not a campaign time that, okay, let me do this to neutralize my opponent. At this time, you are governing. You the one supposed to sharpen the message. You are there to do the damage control. When the other people do it there, you come, you fix it up, you reconstruct the crime scenes. That's Ministry of Information. They fix it. No, this is not what government said. No, this is not what the minister meant to say. This is how you do it. You fix it. You become the fixer of the government, not to be the propaganda. They are paid people. They're not taxpayer. They are people who doing contract to just create chaos. Now, when we have these sort of people in government and they are the faces of the government, they are the official spokespersons of the government, how difficult it becomes to really get the real core message of the government.
That is a really good question. I mean, that's the journalistic thing that I think any functioning democracy, the government needs to be able to report to its people what is going on. And I know somebody compared Liberia to the US, which is not even a comparison. I mean, what's happening in the US is a whole different, collapse of the democratic system. We're living in a different time, and I don't think we should be comparing a developed country to a developing country. Liberia has a lot of issues, and I think the fundamental definition of what a country or a state is that it has to be able to take care of its people. It has to be able to provide education, food, shelter, health care. And Liberia right now is hitting very low numbers. Looking at the United Nations developmental goals, is like we are barely hitting those numbers. I think the focus of the current government should be how do they actually address some of these issues? How do they accurately, report out some of the some of the updates that they need to share with the Liberian people, and then also pull in the international press, because there should be some sort of collaboration with international press and the Liberian news system. But if we can even agree to utilize a government communication network in a proper, respectable way, I mean, then we're really screwed. I mean, add that to all the list of things that we need to fix. But I don't think any sort of governmental institution that is using taxpayers' money should be used as a propaganda machine. I think it should be definitely, neutral and just sharing information and data to the Liberian people, making sure they understand the issues, understand some of the barriers. No system is going to be perfect. I don't think anybody here can say every government should be perfect. That's impossible. But I think if they're able to communicate clear plans that they're doing, clear strategies on how they're going to address the policing issue, the economy issue, the education issue, the just overall safety, right, issue in the country, I think people are going to listen and people are going to actually try and respect what they're hearing. But instead, we are caught up in the insulting, vicious circle that we keep doing to each other. And it does nothing but make us look really bad internationally. And, domestically, we look really bad too amongst ourselves. So, but yeah,
Okay.
that's just my take on that.
So Moses, let me just come to you. There's a reason people will reserve people here to be the icebreaker here. So it's important that we have this sort of conversation, whether we agree or disagree. And I know that the days of Lamini Warite, the Alhaji GV Kroma, and all of those people here. And I know time has significantly involved, but we must also upgrade the standard of today's in terms of how explosive the social media has become, how people can also get things, and the backlash could be uh, different. It's a problem. Should the Ministry of Information, and I want to think they don't have Ministry of Information, they just get Presidential Press Secretary. So I don't know, maybe if I have my own way, I think it is time for government to save some money and downsize and carry on some certain measures, because there are some ministry, there are some agency, they need to revisit them, because you have the presidential press secretary, you have the Ministry of Information, but the politics now has taken over everything, and more or less it becomes like a propaganda tool. It becomes like people just do whatever they want to do and nobody asks any question. That another sense of administrative lawlessness in the country. I mean, we talked about these things here before, and I was in the CDC. City mayors are supposed to be focusing how the city, the sanitation, the drainage system, when they're ready, they jump out, they speak with president. And you go low, the other one from finance who's supposed to be focusing, making sure people payroll and all the kind of thing can benevolent dictator. I mean, all these sort of drama, these sort of thing, and you have an administration that come with a vast experience, which seems to be the hallmark of their campaign, to have their people to be behaving the way they are behaving. That's it's alarming.
So you and I had a conversation before, and it's good that you just gave it a lead point. The first question I'm going to ask, which is a rhetorical question, when the legislature passed the bill to create the Ministry of Information, what was the name of that Ministry of Information? I remember as a kid growing up, it was called Information and Tourism. When Bian Kessley was there, when Edward Kessley, I was a little boy at the time, and I can tell you, it wasn't anything that had to do with propaganda of the government and what the government were doing, successfully or unsuccessfully. And you and I had the conversation before when I asked the question, if we have all these press offices in these different ministries, why do we need the Ministry of Information? Why is there a need? You got the president press secretary, you got the police giving their own press conferences, you got Ministry of Justice, they just get up, they make press conference, the legislative body get up, they have the press conferences, people go in their office and they have press conference. So what's the work of the Ministry of Information? To circulate what information? Just change it and say Ministry of Tourism. And I think it will be even more advantageous to the country. But again, let me make a comment in regards to the remittancy, monies that is sent. And I think the panel here will agree. I was in Liberia in February last year, and I think I found out that in this last election, over $700 million was spent from the diaspora supporting all the candidates in Liberia. With that kind of money, the diaspora has some strength. And I think that's why they're sitting government looking to reach out to the diaspora now to create offices and this and that. Except that my own reservation is that the message is good, but the messengers can derail the train. There's something called administrative etiquettes, and there's something called ethics. And until you work in the field, in other places to understand these terminology, it's remotely impossible for some of our people in Liberia that are holding positions. Terry, you're laughing. It's serious. I know you got a comment to that. You would solely agree with me. Some of our folks don't understand what ethics are, and even administrative etiquettes. What are some of the things that can be said and what needs not to be said? How you carry yourself in meetings, because they haven't worked it before. I remember I was a kid growing up, and Mr. So can attest to it, and most of you, even Dr. Mali. When we grew up out of high school, we wanted to go and seek higher education in other places. And our aim was to go back home. And some of these things we've learned, we need to go back home and adapt and carry best practices. So how could you make remarks that we got to look at these people coming with this serity and all that stuff? We need to go back home. And I think the war really destroyed us, our generation. Because this is the time, some of us should have been in Liberia, but this 14 years of civil war, It stopped us from going there. The generation that's there now in Liberia should not be there. They're there before their time. The people who came in the 60s and the 70s, who came to learn, should have been in government in the last 20 years. And I think the trajectory would not have been at the level it is today.
Okay.
So let me just say this one thing. You know, when we talk about enlightened people in our country, Liberia was the hub for the whole of West Africa and maybe most of Africa. We were the first in many things. We fought for over 30 countries to gain independence in Africa. So Liberia is the home. Kenya, no African needs. They just passed the law. No African, a born African, need a visa to go to Kenya. You know what that means? They're opening the door for resources. Because if you can pay your way to go to Kenya, you're not going there to go commit crimes. You're boosting the economy. These are some of the things we need to start thinking about for Liberia. Mary Makiba, Harry Belafonte, these name-brand people went to Liberia. Medical school trained people in Liberia. And I think we need to take a different route and stop being on these shows and make everything political. I rest.
Okay. All right. It's right on top of the hour 10:04. So we're gonna do our last round take-home message as we about to depart this beautiful Wednesday evening here with our views and our opinion for the good of our country. Let's see. Is there anybody want to say something before we do the closing statement?
Yes,
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 yes, yes.
yes.
Me. I just want to say something quick.
Well, I think
To
we're all gonna say, but let me just say this again, Mister. So,
Oh
uh,
God.
it's a wonderful show here tonight. Dr. Mali, nice to see you in almost 5 years.
What a
You dis you
complete
dis
surrender.
you
Is that your closing?
disappear from us. Nice to see you. Nice to know you. Welcome back. Uh, 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 Again, says Fatu. Hopefully, you will join the Libra tomorrow. Or the real show. She said no.
No, Fatuma, thank you. Don't run away. Please come so you can get a liberal tomorrow. I
Fatu will
beg
not
you,
be
please come
Fatu will
tomorrow.
not be protected because the liberal and terrorists they will connive and
Because we
have their
cannot. Fatu, please come so we can get
Come
that.
and join us tomorrow,
Yeah,
where
of course, of course.
we're gonna have a fruitful conversation. My Esther here already. She's gonna do whatever it is to make sure everything's going well. Look, when we come to these platforms from time to time, we put joke in it because you have people taking off their busy schedule to watch us, and not everything here is gonna be serious from time to time. However, we are very serious when we talk about things about Liberia and what have you. Those are very serious matter. And I think these type of platform allow us, many of us, to express ourselves, and the audience also they allow them to make their contribution and what have you. Mr. So, wonderful show, Walter Carter. I'm not too sure if you will ever show up tomorrow anyway, but if you do, and you know the name, if you call my name the right way, if you came on tonight and you call me a political analyst here, don't you know who I am? The board chair, not only the board chair, but I'm the host of conversation, and you're gonna come and call me.
liberal. Liberal.
Yeah.
they've been threatening me.
Quickly, I've been what what happened to the scholarship issue to the first little office?
None of your business. Let me just say there, Mister. Yeah, none of your business. You stay out of that one. Yeah, that how we do it. Man, Fatu, and I don't business. Well, make coming to what happened to the scholarship business? No, we're not going to
I
tell
mean,
you
I'm
about
I'm
it.
actually curious too. What did happen
Yeah.
with that
I mean, we
scholarship
just
fund?
get you
Oh,
see.
okay, all right. So you care to know that. Join us tomorrow, Fatu, and we'll give you all of the rundown on that scholarship issue. We have people here that
You're
will
not
give
closing the major give time to just say something. You closing?
Walter Carter, you will come begging tomorrow. I will not listen to you. So Mr. So it's a wonderful show. Dr. Mali, once again, since you now show up, join us tomorrow so that the conversation will be balanced. even though we don't agree with your idea, your way far right idea, trying to bring Bella Yara back to Liberia, all the kinds of stuff. We hope that you will join us tomorrow and see if we can disagree with you on that. With that said, Mr. So, wonderful, wonderful show. My Esther, good evening, and thank you for joining us. Fatu, thank you
Okay.
very much, and we'll say good
But,
night to all of you.
but
You don't leave the show.
listen
Please
to
don't
you.
leave the
You
show.
can't leave. Your people here, so you go to
I you can hold me
Sorry, let's
down.
let you quickly.
So I didn't know this, that Mr. Cummings called former president, we are PC president, and said that he was a mistake that needed to be corrected. Do you know that? Do you know that Mr. Cummings said former president Weah was incompetent? You see, look, y'all got to stop. Y'all really got to stop. This is a political theater. If you're not strong, get out of the kitchen and go hide somewhere. Mr. Weah said they should carry out you, and they did flock up. Who did something to him?
Broke a car.
Mr. Weah also said that he took care of Baka. That man who said he won't be president, that man will arrest you. You know what Eugene Nangbe said? You don't get us started. Look, this is a political theater. In Liberia, if you are not strong politically to be able to respond in a robust way against your political opponents, you are going to fall below the belt. Because that is the kind of system, that is the terrain that we find ourselves. These people are not using abusive languages. Okay, I agree. Keto said that guy, when he need a guy that used to kind of use my court. I remember that. That was a profane something. That was way out of course. But these guys said political dwarf. Those are words used in a political theater. And one of those who on this platform have condemned Geraldine Pia, Gabriel can attest to it, and what he need Dana Sando for recklessly saying some stuff. I don't support it. But hey, this is the political theater, and this is how the political system have been running in Liberia. And this is how these guys have been permeating in power for many years. And
Okay.
the information ministry have been used as a propaganda machinery for the government for time immemorial. Even from the time the late President Doe, the late President Toba, these places were entities used. I don't know say what if President Toba was not born that time. Maybe Labor can help me. But
You see, what happened when you talk about that, they catch
they
up
talk
with
about
you.
that too much.
Then you come for rescue.
They talk about that too much.
Oh
But
God.
yeah, so this
Okay.
is it.
Thank
But
you so
thank you,
much.
Labor.
Okay.
Thank you for the show.
All right. Thank you so much.
So can I go because I want to?
Because you
Can I
want what?
get my closing? Because I want to.
No. Then you can't.
Not running away because this the security analyst king. I wanted to share something with him and the other panelists
And
from
you
the
always
Liberian
run
National
away.
Police. Now I talk. They say so much. If we can say anything before our closing, don't be scared. I got your back.
Go ahead.
So Santa, I think you know a group called Santa.
Santel.
Santa C E
That
N
Right,
T A
right.
L.
That's
that research
advocate.
something advocate, whatever.
Yes, right. They said the Liberian National Police is facing a significant crisis of confidence among the public. Several factors contribute to these distrust. Corruption, I will not go through the whole explanation of the decade. Corruption, abuse of power, lack of accountability, inefficiency, and ineffectiveness. And I can forward this thing to in the chat so you can read more about all the different bullet points that they listed here. And this to show you how the people are aware. When you come to protect, when you come to govern, you got to govern the people. You're not governing pigs and dogs, you're governing human beings. And those are the people that pay your bills. Those are the people that pay your salary. I work in the public sector, yeah. And they hold us to a very high standard. There are some things that even when we're driving the cars here, people call us if they see us to places that we are not supposed to be. They call and report. They will call and report just by even driving a car that owned by the state, and they see you doing something inappropriate. They're calling straight. All right. So people who are placed into public position, they are accountable to the people. You cannot insult people because they are telling you about your ineptitude. You have to do better. You have to do better. So, Terry, it was true that we all, our political system is so heated that if you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, you should get out. But I think this government, when they were in opposition, they promoted it, they took it to another level. They pay people to insult President Ma. Now you know that true are talking. That was it, Mr. Moses, new to Liberian politics, our newly political dispensation. That the old one you know, but not the new one.
President, we are saying, Mr.
Can
Cummings,
you,
master
you are
of
talking
mixing
on
Coca-Cola.
political revenue.
We are out of time.
Master of mixing Coca-Cola.
30 seconds, political revenue. Wait, let me finish. This president, when he was political leader, he paid money to Prophet Key to bring that insult on President Bwaka, on President George Weah. To the extent that Prophet Key came out and said, he admitted that he said it. Even his daughter, Jackie Rabble, that now calls him Joseph Bwaka, says she sent money to Prophet Key. And you guys cannot, you can get most of the courage to condemn those things.
Thank you so much. So let me say this, then Fatu and Dr. Malik can send on. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. When people publicly utter it, I will dine with the devil. Anything it costs me to go to him with the devil. So, there are so many things accompanied the devil. And when the devil didn't repent and go, then all of the heritage of the devil is being passed on to the New Testament.
All right. That's your new
you're going somewhere else, now. You're going somewhere else.
That's your new logic now.
You said when the devil didn't repent, he died. You're going somewhere else.
That's your new logic now. So preachers in dirty way coming to the papier. That's what you talking about.
They ain't calling about it need labor.
I said when people say that either their children or grandchildren or people that accompany them, they also get a taste of the attitude of the devil, and that's what we are having. Fatu, let's hear your closing.
Just thank you so much for having me on. And it's, as always, really insightful conversations we have here. So I appreciate the time. And I encourage folks to visit our website. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to chat with folks about ANC.
Okay, I think before I go to Dr. Mal, from what I've been hearing, a lot of you are aggressively, actively involved with this coming convention. Maybe we need to find, I think I need to do some kind of exclusive. For me, I'm curious. I like to hold people accountable.
Can I close?
You close here. You are the first to close.
You are
how many doors you close? You are the first to close.
My name Moses. I ain't closed no door yet.
Oh, okay. We're waiting for you to part the sea, Moses.
Yeah, but I think we can work out something on that. Okay, Moses, close the window because I think the door. So you left the window open. Close the window there before we go.
What I wanted to say something to Fatu, and I want to say thank you for your indulgence on this show, and that at no point in time you brought any conversation, and you stayed out of politics. You only made your announcement about your convention, and I really appreciate you doing that. You didn't get involved with the Tabata. The other thing is that when we talk about training, I think we know in government or in any institution where services are rendered, there are ongoing training. And when we talk about training for the police, it's not just for the police, but we're talking about every entity in government need in-service training continuously to be able to perform and know their ability and improve on their ability to provide services to the citizens. Because if you work for government, you're a service provider. If you want to be a servant leader, you have to keep your head at least above water by continuously training. Because things evolve every day and there's changes. And that's all I'm trying to say.
I
So
think
thank you.
I need to call. I will call Sam Steve Queer. I don't know why up to this time, with all the help you give, they don't want to call you. They don't want to do anything. And some of our argument, those that get the expertise, Jared Bacon is gone. I don't know why they don't call you, but that's a different thing. I think we need to talk to Sam. We want the good ones to get into the system to fix it, but if you continue hanging with liberal, then perhaps they will not call you. That I can tell you. Dr. Mali?
Well, I think it was a good show tonight. And I also want to thank
See, are we closing now? I'm sorry. Are we closing?
You already closed.
Mali, Dr. Mali says that,
No.
you want to try again?
No, but I want my closing. You say anybody who has something to say before the closing. No.
Okay, tomorrow you will find protest. We'll talk about that. Dr. Mali,
you know, you come on my show before you close anything.
Dr. Mali, go ahead.
Dr. Mali, can I take 30 seconds of your time?
Oh, man. When I came by here, I don't know.
See, I told him to Dr. Mali, can I have 30 seconds of your time?
Why you would do that?
Yeah, man. You want to come borrow time again?
Yeah, thank you so much for your generosity, doctor. The good doctor.
CEO, I don't know what's on the man heart. He let you express it.
So what I want to express here, I want to talk to the security analysts. This show is a political show. Don't come patronize Fatu here. Fatu is a politician.
Oh my God.
So she's a politician. When you can't we talk politics, they men are unity partisan undercover / security analyst. So go ahead and talk politics, yeah? Thank you.
I want to go one. Yeah, it may not be United Party, man. You want kind here?
United Party, man.
You're not gonna get Fatu. Fatu, ANC woman. So I don't care why you do that one part. Forget it. Go ahead, Dr. Mali.
So, Keto, thank you for promoting me. Maybe they will call me to go there now.
Well,
so
I
they
think,
don't want to make that call to Steve Kuya. Thank you for the effort.
I'm gonna call him.
I think with the 30-second, I'm sure Mr. Keta will have a restful night. However, however, I'm going back to the police. I disagree with the security analyst that this police community relation thing is unnecessary. I think it's about time. If we can get a town hall, security analyst.
Okay.
It's about time. It's about time that we recommend for a regular town hall meeting between the police and the community where they sit down and exchange ideas and even ask the community, what is your own expectation of the police, their suggestion and other things. And the town hall can even take place in Nuclear Town, Slipway, Point 4, in the slum area and what have you, and get a police chance to also offer their own suggestion. I think when we start to come from it with a little things, I think it will help a lot in conjunction with the training. But I think this is one thing, even in our state we live in here, the CEO is aware, we have police relations department here. They go in the community. So I don't think it's a bad thing if we can initiate that for the first time in Liberia, town hall meeting, police and the community will sit down and discuss issue. Okay, you even play video while they may choke. We laugh about it and we all come with suggestions. The next time, I think it will help. And lastly, it will help because we cannot compare ourselves with the terror policing. I mean, with the developed world policing, we are terror police. And so we got to entertain terror analysis and terror program and terror activities. Yes, Esther, I know you're on my back.
When did Dr. Mali never were on your side? When?
Oh, look at it. Look at
When was
it.
Dr.
Yeah.
Marley never on your side? Esther, I want to know when.
Wow. You got every little thing get under their skin.
I'm
Jesus
telling
Christ.
you.
So I think
People not tolerant, man. They're not
yeah,
tolerant.
so I think this is one area actually we can focus on already. I think we can make some strive in that area. Yeah.
You see.
And
You
if
see.
if Mr. Kumi, the waiting president, or one of the waiting president, can incorporate this, because Kumi had not told us his strategy about normalizing policing in Liberia.
You want to
If he
get
will tell us the next time we meet. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much. You see, these are the people that can get a liberal to do what he doing. He does.
what he does, right?
This Liberian man here, chairman of the board, something Brown told. These are the people, Liberian man, George, the so-called rescue uncle Clarence David. They are the people that get liberal to do.
Am I not a boat chair? I am
But
the
but
real
but,
boat chair.
but see, you highlight the other statement he said. He said
Yeah.
tomorrow will be dictatorship. You see it?
Yeah, that's why Liberian man saying tomorrow night will be a dictatorship. Can you imagine? So the people, they know who you are. So okay, guys. So thank you so much.
Mr. So, don't forget to send me, if she doesn't mind, Fatu, if Mr. So can send me a number. We would like to invite you tomorrow to join our group as well. And we'll have some discussion.
I will be monitoring closely. I will be monitoring.
How the CEO will monitor the boat chair? You know, see how the boat chair.
Dr. Mali,
Yes, sir.
For community town hall was exactly what I used to do back in 2010.
So the chairman is above you.
Around the country. I'm not going to do my own. But police relations was my expertise, and I went and built those relationships. I was traveling all over the country doing that.
Can I go now?
You brought Joseph. You need to start traveling, going now. You brought Joseph Boyka. Go there and yeah, traveling. Go. Your good night. Bye bye.
Good night. Good night. Good night, folks.
Good night, folks.
Okay, that does it this evening. I want to thank all of you guys as usual. Ketot, Moses, thank you so much. That's how we're going to leave it, guys. Jaji, good to have you here. Library man, thank you always for coming. Breakable, the dish them broken. Where you coming from? Where you coming from? If you did, we see you. McCarthy Johnson, Mr. Johnson, thank you so much, and all of you guys. Esther, of course, man. Moses Mumbalu, it's good to have you here. Again, like we said, if you want to form part of this Tabata here, just let us know so we can also bring you here to give your voice, and that's what we want to do. Because these people, other than everybody giving excuses for their people, the potato, and that's what we're going to be doing. But we will not give up. Mr. Slangard, I believe I saw you yet. Marie, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope everything is doing okay. God with me, Collie. Good to have you. Until then, folks, by God's willing, join the Liberal Progressive and the crew tomorrow. They will be here. But remember, if you are a traveler, you want to see in the air, boat, kingdom, whatever it is, patronize one of our own. And this is...
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
Yeah, that's a number there. Don't just dream, escape as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, Lavranga, I know your Tabata tomorrow part, the Liberal will be off the hook. I guarantee me that's exactly what's going to happen. If I don't know what I know, better stay away from Liberal and Terry tomorrow because it will be a disaster. That I know. He starts sending me texts already that are embarrassing. But so he really going to pay the debt tomorrow. But until then, guys, we want to thank you so much. What we do here, we do not have anything personal against national government. We should not be against. We should not be in favor. Not even the opposition. All what we're doing is to give this national conversation for the good of our country, and that these surrogates too must be held accountable because they apparently there are people listen to them. So we gotta put everything in check. Mr. McGill, what's up, Eric? Until then, have a pleasant evening. By God's willing, we'll be back here again with more programming. Bye bye.